Alright, we're here with another game. Let's go. Sister Coast playing Assassin Chess. Yes, sir. The title game over here. Go. Four, so he plays d4. We're gonna play e5, regular Scots. And he's going for an early queen attack. We know what we do against an attack. Let's see if he guard the pawn. He's now going for mate. He hit him with g6, preventing the mate. He pulls the queen back. He plays knight f6, developing the knight. He's developing his land. But we have to flank it at the bishop. Remember, the bishop has to go there. He's moving the same pieces more than once in the opening. That's bad. Let's just get the king up the center of the board first. Now we're going to be punishing him for developing his queen early. And the punishment begins like this. Because he broke a lot of principles, we're going to start breaking principles by playing knight to d5. Yes, we're moving the same pieces more than once. He checks. Let's just take. His queen still has to move. You close the queen back. And no other than hit him with e5. We have to open the position. He took the pawn. With profit, look. That's a free pawn. Next day, the pawn, man. It says me like that. Right, then he developed his knight. My bishop is under attack though, so it's kind of weird. But do we just spin his knight? And then if he takes my rook, I take his knight first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spin the knight. The knight is pinned. He's not able to take my bishop because I'm going to take his knight. And his knight is also pinned. Oh, he castled his king. It's over now because he castled his king. Now, I talked to you guys a lot about how to win these types of positions. There's two ways to do it. One way to do it is to take the knife. After you take, we go bishop h3, get the rook, and it's over. So let's do it, Cotton. So we take the knife. It's a check. He has to take. Now we play bishop to h3. His rook is now under attack. He's also not able to move the rook. So he decided to move the king. And do we set the rook or do we go parade? Let's just take the rook. We're going to take the rook. He set back. And then we'll bring more pieces in the attack. He moves the queen. The king is exposed. The bishop is unprotected. You see him with queen to f4 check. That's called a 4. His king now has to move. Now, once he moves the king, we grab the free bishop. And that's why you do not develop your queen so early. So my queen is now under attack. I mean, I have to move, so let's just grab a free pawn. He guarded the pawn, but that's another free pawn. Okay, now my bishop is under attack. Do we take the pawn? Once he takes, we take here. Or do we just play simple chess? Let's just get the bishop out of it. That's fine. We're still going to take the pawn. So he moves the king. Let's grab the pawn. We need to get to our rooks in the game there. He's threatening mate. So let's just guard the mate. Everything here is fine. Our rooks are on the pieces that are not doing anything. Okay, so he moves the queen. It's a little trick. He's trying to take here because this pawn is pinned. So to combat this, I'm gonna remove my queen off the same lines that this queen is on. But now I have to be careful. I have to be very careful because there's some sacrificial ideas on h5. Okay, bishop to g5. That's a good try. Now it's getting a bit tricky. I have to be very careful here. But it's fine. Let's just take. When you're adding material, you trade the pieces off the board. And then let's just put the rook on the same line as his kings. Now he's thinking about sacrificing. But he knows it does not work. Because if he takes the pawn and I take, his queen is going to be cleared. So he plays g3. Well, now I'm going to bring my rook in the game. Now all my pieces are now doing something. Okay, now he moves the queen. We have to be just a bit careful. But nothing is there. Let's just push the pawn. We're now trying to go for his king. We push again. That's a discovered attack. We push again because past pawns must be pushed. Now the move that wins the game is queen to b8, sacrificing the queen. Oh, sure. Okay, I did not see that. But luckily it doesn't work. So he moves the pawn forward, but remember we told you guys that the rook is on the same line as the king, so that should not be good. So, it's tricky though. But we're going to take the pawn because it's a check. So he still has to react to this move. And then once he moves the king, we're now going for mate. So instead of taking the rook, we're trying to go for a mate here. So let's check here. He took the pawn. The king is on the run. Put to d5. And it's now over. It's not mate as yet though. It's not yet mate. He blocks with the queen, but whenever you say a good move, always look for a better one. We're not going to take the queen. We're going to play rook to J5, check. The king is not able to take. He has to move the king. Then we grab the queen. He's probably going to resign here. Okay. And he resigns. Good game. All right, guys, we're here with another game. What's in here? 64 square assassin chess. Yes, sir. Okay, are you ready? Tifta. Let's go. Hit the clock. Let's go. Let's see what he has. So we're playing an Italian game. And as we said, whenever they go bishop c5, we go c3 with the idea of playing d4. He pulls the bishop back. We still hit him with d4. Once he takes, no need to take. Let's just get the king out the center of the board. Now we're going to keep his king in the center of the board. But we spoke about this. Knight e7 is an immediate loss because of knight q5. And it's an immediate loss. So once he castle, the reason why it's losing is because we have two pieces on f7. We're going to hit him with ph5. Now we're threatening at checkmate. And we're attacking his f7 file. So he prevented the mate with h6. But because we have so many pieces attacking f7, we're going to hit him with knight takes f7. This queen is under attack. So he has to sack the rook. He sacked the rook. So take on f7 was checked. This king has to move. Now we're ahead by an exchange. And we're basically trying to go for a mate flaw. But we still have to get more pieces in the game. So to get more pieces in the game, how do we do this now? Okay, let's go back. We have to go back. I don't want him to fall. But then he plays d6. The queen is on the same line as the king. The bishop is cutting off the king. We sack on h6. And it's over. I told you guys a lot about this bishop sacrifice. It's over now. I mean, he's not going to take because it's mate, right? So he has to do something. He has to do something. Okay, d5 doesn't really help because the queen is still on the same line as the king. So now we have two curves. We take on d5. The queen is on the same line as the king. And his knight is under attack. He took the pawn and that's an immediate blunder. Why? Because the queen is on the same line as the king. Pull the bishop back to g5. That's a discovered check. The king now has to move. And we're going to get his queen. Move the king. We grab the queen. Now the knight is also pinned. So we're also going to be getting the knight. Okay, so he guarded the knight. But it's still a free knight. He took, we take back. And now it's basically over. And he resigned. Okay, do it.